why we had to put down the oil dry and the batter's rosin to try to improve the race surface. So we'll try to get them lined up and get this event underway the next time around. Four cars, your fastest four qualifiers in the limited sportsman division. They'll race 4 laps. Stapleton and Pennington, Strobel and Hill. Robin Pennington from the outside of the front row. Carl Stapleton is second. They'll get the halfway signal. 4 laps completed this time by. Racing under adverse conditions until that third and fourth corner get worked in a little bit. Pennington still the leader down the backstretch. Now Strobel spins in the fourth turn. And a yellow flag. Completed laps, 2 remain. Robin Pennington, Carl Stapleton, Joe Hill, and John Strobel. And we got a jumper. Joe Hill. Yellow flag. Joe Hill apparently has already figured out what happened there. He moved up alongside of Carl Stapleton to try to get advantage on the restart. Came by the start-finish line. He was still beside Stapleton. So we throw a yellow flag. He'll go to the tail and we'll line them up and start again. These guys must stay in single file order until they come past the start-finish line. Still Pennington out front, but here comes Strobel on the outside. White flag this time around. Strobel closing fast in car 55. Here comes Strobel, Pennington on the inside. And it will be Robin Pennington, the winner. John Strobel finishes second. Carl Stapleton third. And in fourth, Joe Hill. Goes like this: Willie Bigham in 65 and Ron Holbein in the orange number 3. Second row belongs to Roger Roush in R7 and Zero Hill in 0. They're followed by car 20, Mike Brown, and car 72, Rick Stone. And finally, in car 32, Arlen Sammons rounds out the field for the first heat in the limited sportsman division. 8 laps for these contestants. Don't forget to pick up your Winston Racing Series program this evening. We're going to try to clean out our closet here and give away a bunch of prizes this evening for the lucky numbers. So don't be caught without your souvenir program. Willie Bigham takes over the lead on the backstretch from Ron Holbein. Holbein close to the wall on the front stretch. Scared him so bad he's trying to get down to the bottom. He doesn't want to be up there anymore. Willie Bigham continues to pace the field. Roger Roush now is your second place car, followed by Mike Brown and Rick Stone. Down. Now Mike Brown pulls to the outside of Roger Roush. He'll get the cross flags halfway this time by. Now Mike Brown closes on Bigham for that lead. Laps this time by. And now Brown moves past Bigham for that first spot. Following him through is Rick Stone. Now Stone challenges on the outside. They'll get the white flag this time around. Rick Stone on the outside, Mike Brown on the inside. Side by side down the backstretch. Arlen Sammons is third. And your winner, Mike Brown in a very close finish in car number 20. Rick Stone finishes second. Arlen Sammons comes home third. To go. Dunleavy and Osborne, Renner and Rush, Peterson, Sword, and Kelly. And that'll be a false start. Big slam on the brakes, so everybody has time to get through. Dunleavy off to a quick start. Realign the cars and try it again. Don't forget next week's events, the Saturday evening and Sunday afternoon racing here at the Speedway. The 3rd annual Fall Speed Fest. Dunleavy the leader. Charlie Osborne is second. Now Don Renner tries to move beneath the O2 car for that second spot. They'll race down the backstretch. Renner on the inside, Osborne on the outside. Now Osborne moves to the low groove. He'll control that second spot. Renner is third. Mike Rush fourth. They'll be halfway this time. 4 laps. Got a yellow flag. Dick Dunleavy Jr. has run much faster than his qualification attempt. He'll go to the tail of the event and we'll get a lineup and get back underway.
I might point out that they got no hot lap. Laps this time. 2 laps remain. A white flag this time around. Renner trying to work around the outside of Charlie Osborne. White flag. Larry Peterson now up to third. The winner will be 0-2 Charlie Osborne. Second goes to Don Renner. Third is Larry Peterson. And finishing fourth from the tail, Dick Dunleavy Jr.
Starting outside of row number 1. Third fast time, a good run for this guy. The Mike Bales owned entry. The qualification run 14.628. It's Jerry Mitchell. And finally, starting on the pole, your fourth fast qualifier in the Paul Store owned entry. 14.652, Dick Dunleavy Jr. Your four fastest qualifiers, they'll contest a distance of 4 laps.
0-14.
Dunleavy in 5, Mitchell in 41. Mitchell trying to get down inside, in front of Dunleavy. He can't get the job done in turn 1. They'll be halfway this time around. It's still Dunleavy, Mitchell, Cantley, and Vallow. Still door to door. White flag this time by Mitchell. Now Dunleavy squirrely. Mitchell will get down. Your new leader is Jerry Mitchell. Dunleavy is second, but here comes Vallow on the outside. Half a lap remains. And your winner, his first Trophy Dash win of the year. This is Jerry Mitchell. I tell you what good a week off does. Mitchell missed last week's events. They competed in a race over at Winchester Speedway, and they come back out and win the Trophy Dash. I think that was his first time this year in the Trophy Dash, and he won it. Racing laps. Mike Carroll, the leader in car number 6. Jack Sims is second in car 17. And car number 6, Mike Carroll. Much faster than his qualifying time. He'll go to the back of the event. We'll get a restart.
Hey, number 17 one running off road that
Sims the new leader. Now Greg Blackburn pulls off the pass around the outside of Jack Sims. Blackburn is now the new leader. Halfway. Jack Sims is second. Third now is Mike Carroll. Begins to close on Sims for that second spot. Blackburn draws away. The starter pulls the white flag out. White flag for Greg Blackburn. Now Mike Carroll is second. Now the winner in car 34 is Greg Blackburn. Mike Carroll second, Jack Sims third, followed by Denny Dean, Burgess White, and Ron Freebus. Division. Dean Eves in 33, and outside of that front row in 74, Ken Sword. Car 16 will start third. That's Mike Denny, and alongside Mike in car 81 is Don Wetnall. The next row, car 91, is Scott Drake, and alongside him in 19, Carlton Smith. And finally on the tail in car 94, Robbie Dean. Ten laps, the late model second heat race. The leader. Ken Sword is second. Don Wetnall third. Now Wetnall will try the second lane. They'll be halfway this time by. Wetnall now moves around Sword. Eves remains the leader. a new leader, or maybe not. Eves still trying to work on the inside of Wetnall. White flag. And now Wetnall, clearly the leader down the backstretch. And the winner will be Don Wetnall. Second goes to Dan Eves. Third was Ken Sward, and fourth, Carlton Smith. In 55, and car number 3, Gary St. Amant. And finally, on the tail, car 31, Don Gregory Jr. Left, they'll go 10 laps. Bussy Blackford, the leader in 55. Pat Jones is second. And third is Gary St. Amant. The sixth place man in the Columbus Motor Speedway point standings coming into this evening's events. The leader, Pat Jones, is second. Now stretches it out over Pat Jones. White flag for Bussy Blackford. from New Lebanon, Ohio, Bussy Blackford. Second is Pat Jones, and third, Don Gregory Jr. But really, he's second because he's starting second. The second row is car. The second row is car number 12, Don Parsons, Sr., and alongside him, car 9, Jim Cruz. 4 laps to go. By the way, you might want to check out the Buckeye Quarter Midgets display down on Victory Lane. These are cars that kids race, and they race them back there on that track off the second turn, and it's a lot of fun. So stop down on Victory Lane down near the pit area and check out the Quarter Midgets. These are kids, or cars for kids in the Quarter Midget races. By the way, the Quarter Midgets do have a big race back there at that track, September 29th and 30th, and admission is free. So that's Saturday and Sunday, September 29th and 30th. Admission is free, and that's a big race. The Buckeye Quarter Midgets back there off turn 2, adjacent to the 3rd mile oval. Meantime, back at the ranch, 4 laps to go. The leader. Jim Cruz now second. They'll get the white flag this time by. Still Wellman. Cruz tries that high lane through turns 3 and 4. Wellman on the inside. Jim Cruz on the outside. The winner, Bill Wellman. Jim Cruz is second. Third was Don Parsons Sr., and finishing fourth, Donald Parsons III. On the inside in 87 of the front row, and alongside in 39, Ron Mangus. The second row on the inside is David Tillman in 10, and Fred Hartzell in 03. And the next row, 24, is driven by Mike Hamilton, and alongside 95, Gary Forbes. Then comes, I'm going to have to get a name on 61, I forget it for the time being, and Mike Matthews in 68. is in 61. There we go. We got it together. 8 racing laps. Flag. Qualifying at 4:30 and racing at 5 or so, somewhere around in there, 5:30, something like that. So that'll be Saturday. Those are qualifying and heat races on Saturday evening. Then Sunday afternoon, the gates will open at noon, practice at 1 and racing at 2 o'clock. So that's racing at 2 o'clock next Sunday for the Fall Speed Fest. Back to the action. There are 8 laps remaining. Randall Borman out for running into, I think Mike Hamilton's the car he ran into and spun him out over there. Your leader is Ron Mangus. Second, David Tillman. And third is Gary Forbes. By the way, we understand all pictures at the Isaacs Photo Stand are $1 now, so all photos at the Isaacs Photo Stand, $1. David Tillman trying to work his way around Ron Mangus, and he does so in number 10. They'll be halfway the next time around. It's David Tillman, Ron Mangus, Gary Forbes. Now Forbes trying to muscle his way inside of Mangus on the backstretch. He'll try it again in this corner. Persistent driver at Gary Forbes. Five laps are down. Number 10, the leader. 39 is second. 95 is third and challenging. White flag for David Tillman in 10. Here comes the race for that second spot between Ron Mangus and Gary Forbes. Forbes on the outside, and he'll pull off the pass, it looks like, of Mangus. The winner will be car number 10, David Tillman, his first race ever here at the Speedway. Gary Forbes finishes second, Ron Mangus is third. Fourth will go to Mike Matthews, it appears. Ball to the base of the tower, please. And now the lineup for this heat race, Herb Pennington in 89, and alongside in 11 is Rick Roderwall. Then comes Eric Nachman in 90 and Jim McCauley in 33. 04 is Buddy Townsend, Mike Schweier in 43, 27 Dave Dysinger, and 72 Walt Kimball. 8 laps to go. Pennington still holds on to that slim margin, but Eric Nachman challenges in car number 90. They'll be halfway the next time around. It's Pennington in 89, Nachman in 90. Buddy Townsend in 04 and Jim McCauley in 33. Pennington holds on to that lead, but now Jim McCauley will challenge on the outside if he gets a chance. White flag for Herb Pennington in 89. Jim McCauley tries to move on the inside. They get together. Coming through, your winner will be Dave Dysinger. So Jim McCauley disqualified for rough driving in 33. The winner is Dave Dysinger. The leader in car number 2. 25 is Darrell Parsons. 66 is Paul Baker Jr. And 26 Gary Carter. By the way, we understand Gary Carter won his heat race and feature at Killcare on Friday night. So congratulations to Gary Carter. Two laps completed. It's still Dan Brown, followed by Darrell Parsons, Paul Baker Jr., but now Gary Carter tries to move around Baker. And Heavy Hill moves inside of Baker. Halfway this time, Darrell Parsons the new leader. Dan Brown second, but now Heavy Hill moves underneath Brown. Hill sets his sights on the leader, Darrell Parsons. Heavy Hill in 36. Still Darrell Parsons, but now Hill pulls alongside. They'll get the white flag on the next trip past you fans. White flag. And it's Heavy Hill, the leader. Darrell Parsons now second. Gary Carter holds on to that third spot. And the winner will be Heavy Hill in 36. Darrell Parsons is second. And third, Gary Carter. So Gary Bennett, a late arrival here this evening in car number 13. 4 of these cars transfer to the 35 lapper. To the main event. The leader, Mike Carroll now second. Coming up to third, Don Gregory Jr. And now Mike Carroll moves to the outside of Jack Sims. Gary Bennett is off the racetrack on the backstretch. Halfway. Mike Carroll the leader. Don Gregory Jr. is second. Third is Jack Sims, and your final transfer car at the time is Ron Freebus in 90. Denny Dean off the pace in car number 12. White flag for Mike Carroll. Gregory tries to get underneath through 1 and 2, but he can't make it work. And it'll be close at the finish. The winner, Mike Carroll. Second goes to Don Gregory Jr. Third is Jack Sims. And your fourth and final transfer car into the main event, Ron Freebus. Those trophies down there.